There's a lot of uncertainties in farming and ranching today, but one thing is certain. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell are your crop and livestock insurance specialists. Statewide agents have a background in agriculture and work hard to provide growers and ranchers with risk management plans and insurance coverage that fits their business needs. From hail insurance, livestock revenue protection, to multi-peril crop and revenue insurance, Statewide will help you with the right decisions. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell. Locally owned, your dependable partner in crop and livestock protection and equal opportunity provider.
Cenex Zip Trip is your local convenience store with 5 locations throughout South Dakota, offering top-tier gasoline and Cenex premium diesel fuels. Stop in for a great selection of your favorite snacks, beverages, pizza, and other hot foods. Become a Zip Trip Rewards member and save 5 cents per gallon of fuel every day. Plus, earn and redeem points for further discounts. Sign up at CenexZipTrip.com. Cenex Zip Trip is a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities. When it comes to game day, let Zip Trip fill your food and fuel needs.
Fall is here, and at Elevate Agronomics, we're ready to help you score on your operation. From winter wheat and cover crop seed to fall burn down herbicides and custom wheat seed treating, we've got your fields covered. And don't forget your cow herd. Our livestock product lineup includes products built for fall calving, weaning, and more to help keep your herd in winning shape. Stop in at our office in winter or give us a call as you make your fall plans. We are looking forward to cheering on winter this season. Go Warriors and Lady Warriors. Elevate Agronomics. Reach new heights.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
AgriMax and West River Ag have been in the winter area for a combined total of 9 years. We offer top-of-the-line services and inputs such as chemical, seed, fertilizer application, spraying, and agronomy services with a certified crop advisor on staff. We are a full-service business that is locally owned and operated. We look forward to continuing service to the ag community and cannot wait to help you with all your agricultural needs. AgriMax, shaping the future of ag.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Winter Advocate is the exclusive newspaper of Tripp County serving Winter, Colome, and surrounding communities. Each Wednesday you will find the latest in state and local news, sports, job openings, classifieds, and all legal public notices. Call 605-842-1481 or stop down to their new location in the City Building at 325 South Monroe, Suite 119. Deadlines are Friday at 5 p.m. for the Advocate and noon on Fridays for the Rocket. The Winter Advocate is a proud supporter of all Winter and Colome school activities on the Live Ticket Network.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home, now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, remodel, new addition, or new construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, or electrical work in winter and the surrounding area. We handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer for Trane heating systems too. Good luck in today's event.
H&O Electric is a proud supporter of all area student athletes and activities on Live Ticket TV.
It's a particular kind of joy when people come together. There's really nothing like it. And isn't it amazing in that magic moment how all the distance between us, all the obstacles, just disappear? Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most.
Hi, this is Logan from Littau Seed, and we're excited to announce that we'll be able to offer true 0% financing on a limited number of units of corn and beans. You can lock in your corn and beans now and pay the same at delivery as cash now. With that, we have aggressively priced corn numbers that have a great track record in our area for grain and silage. This offers on a limited number of units, so act soon to lock in your 0%. We still have triticale on hand and can cover any NRCS grass project. Call Logan at 605-840-4591, 840-4591.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Out here, you'll learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance, we know you have a lot of options, but it can be hard to find an honest, reliable auto repair shop. That's where we come in, Hometown Automotive, committed to providing our customers with honest, quality service at a reasonable price. We use years of training and experience to provide you with the best car care possible. Hometown does oil changes, tune-ups, and computer diagnostics. We sell tires, batteries, and Schaefer products. We install engines, trannies, starters, water pumps, brakes, and much more. Call us at 842-1722 and let our experience be your advantage.
Computers and More, located at 27786 311th Avenue, is obviously your computer sales and repair in winter. The More is so much other than you can imagine. We are your local outlet for Winter Warriors sports apparel. We do screen printing and embroidery for your purple and gold attire. Stop in and check out all our gear on hand for you to wear at the next game. Call us at 842-9057 and see how we can design your company logo on all types of clothing. And remember, thanks for keeping it local.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Shirley's Diner is located at 142 East 2nd Street in Winters, South Dakota. Come meet Martha 1 and Martha 2 and their friendly, courteous staff. Shirley's Diner is open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Breakfast is served all day, and check out the Shirley's Diner Facebook page for all their daily lunch specials. All meals are made fresh and homemade every day. If you can't make it to the diner, they'll deliver. Just call 605-842-3903. Shirley's Diner serves customers from near and far and are a proud supporter of all school activities on Sports Ticket Live. It's easy to remember. There's nothing finer than Shirley's Diner.
BankWest is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. BankWest.
Shop local with Burke, Gregory, and Winter Building Centers, your hometown hardware stores specializing in everything from finding the right drill bit to building your dream home. The crews at the building centers take pride in customer service and are always available to help with any project, big or small. They offer top-of-the-line flooring and cabinetry, a large inventory of rental items, quality Pittsburgh paint, and so much more. Follow them on Facebook or shop online anytime at buildingcentersd.com.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask Miller & Associates in Platte, South Dakota, if auto owners make sense for you.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
Meyer Ag is your trusted local Beck's seed dealer. Beck's has earned the confidence of growers across the country with proven performance and unmatched growth. But they're not stopping there. They're driven to innovate, discover, and help you succeed season after season. Stop in and talk to Trace and the team at Meyer Ag to take advantage of Beck's unbeatable reward programs for this year's seed sales. Meyer Ag, making every acre count for you.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Fort Randall Federal Credit Union is here for you across Southeast and Central South Dakota. As a member of your credit union, you can take advantage of many ways to manage your money. They offer many different accounts to help suit your needs with your savings. Nobody likes wasting money on high interest rates, and neither do they. At Fort Randall FCU, they have all types of loans available to help you manage your finances. With locations in Wagner and Platte, Fort Randall FCU is ready for any needs you may have.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step for better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Honesty. We try to be honest about everything, and if there's a problem, we try to fix it. We've kept the family name going for 75 years. I think that's something to be very proud of. I'm Mike Wieman from Wieman Land and Auction out of Marion, South Dakota. And my middle name is Earl. I'm named after my grandfather. And being an auctioneer isn't all about how fast you are or how good your chant is. It's how the people appreciate your name and accept your name. He told me that once. So that's a one that I hold pretty close. He'd be proud, I think.
Check out Iverson Auto in Mitchell or Huron for great deals and top-notch service. Iverson Auto has it all. From the knowledgeable sales and finance teams to the experienced parts and service teams, plus the best detail shop in the region. Iverson Auto, 77 plus years in our community, locally owned and operated. We have always been here and always will be. Stop in for your next new or used ride or use one of our professional services at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron, or browse our inventory online anytime at iversonauto.com.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a recarpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start-stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
Welcome to Buche Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Buche, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Buche, the president of Buche Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Buche Foods.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
Winter Dental, located at 911 Golden Prairie Drive, is proud to provide Winter and the surrounding area with high-quality, high-tech, patient-centered dentistry. Dr. Brad and the entire staff, including hygienists Michaela Smith and Sierra Hansen, are honored to have the opportunity to serve the good people of Winter and the surrounding area with gentle, compassionate, and high-quality dental services. For information on all the services they can provide you or to make an appointment, please call 605-842-1793. or go to winterdentalclinic.com.
Rob Curtis Landscaping and Design has been a family-owned business since 1988. Rob and his family specialize in every aspect of your outdoor landscaping for home and business. With service in over 20 south-central South Dakota towns, Rob Curtis can help you make one of the best investments of your life. Talk to the pros about a new landscape for your home or business today. Rob Curtis Landscaping, where quality is predictable. That's Rob Curtis Landscaping and Design.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our coverage tonight on Winter Warriors Live of the Chamberlain Cubs and Winter Warriors. This is formerly a big Dakota Conference matchup between these two teams. And they're still very, very competitive with each other. They like to get after each other. And tonight's kind of a special night. Both of these two teams coming in 4-4 on the season. Chamberlain having a really, really good year. They're excited about this season. Winter, after the last few 2020s, we've been semifinals, finalists. This is kind of a down year, an unexpected year from a team with a lot of high expectations coming into this season. So we expect a really, really, really good game tonight. We being Gerald Tibrick on the play-by-play and myself, Jody Brozick, on the color commentary tonight. It'll be mostly Gerald because I'm not that colorful.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a look at this team real quick. These are the Winter Warriors Live keys to the game. We'll start tonight with the visitors, the Chamberlain Cubs. Taking a look tonight, we were talking about it. Winter, you're going to see Chamberlain come out, and they've adopted the winter offense. The key tonight for them is executing Winter's offense better than Winter would possibly execute our offense. It's a real possibility. They play physical, smash-mouth football. You're going to see a game that's going to be won in the trenches tonight. The second key to the game, stay fresh with a limited number of players. Tonight they want to avoid injuries. They've only got, I think, 23 kids on the roster, maybe 24 as I counted through that team. They don't want to come out of this game with any injuries. They want to stay fresh, play aggressive against the Warriors. And the final key to the game, no matter the outcome of this game for Chamberlain, they will be a playoff team this year. Enter the playoffs with momentum. They, whether win or lose, both of these teams want to have momentum going into that playoff scenario. Now, for the Winter Warriors, keys to the games tonight. First and foremost, attention to the fine details. This team is a team that's been in every single game this year. It's been the little things, the turnovers, the drop balls, bad pitches on third and short that have hurt this team. Tonight, the fine details are going to be so important to this team making a deep push into the playoffs. This game is going to come down to who wants it more because they are going to run the same style offense and basically the same defense. It becomes attitude. Who wants it more in this game? And finally, from us, this is one of our keys to the game. This is a team that was 59-3. Their previous 62 games, they're 4-4. They need to regain that championship mentality. That is the attention to the detail, fine details, wanting it more, getting that momentum going into the playoffs. That is from Winter Warriors Live. Those are your keys to the game. Now, Gerald, we saw the scouting report. I'm going to let you take this away. Coach Olson talked to the players. He's got some key focus areas for this game. Let's go ahead and address those.
Yeah, well, and just to address quickly back, so, yeah, you're going to see really similar style offenses here tonight. Again, you say that they adopted Winter's offense. I mean, so when you're used to being dominant in this style of offense for a couple decades, the last thing that you want to do is let the challenger, so to speak, come in and knock you out, right? I mean, right. You and that's not even talent for talent. That's just, your system. You feel like you know that better than they do because it's relatively new to them. We've been doing it for, like I said, a couple decades. So you're going to want to control the line of scrimmage tonight. That's every game, but especially in a run-heavy offense. And then you're going to be going up against potentially a run-heavy offense. The battle at the line of scrimmage is so important. We've talked about it the last couple weeks of staying on the blocks, finishing blocks. You're going to need to make blocks. Number two, controlling the turnovers. We've seen an obviously a very clean game and a very dominated, favorable game in the turnover department last week against Dakota Tech. But the week prior to that, we absolutely lost our rear ends in that category, and it showed, in the final results. So turnovers absolutely cannot turn the ball over, especially in games of this importance against similar style teams. Execute, kind of touched on that. That goes hand in hand. Run your offense, play your defense, make special teams plays. You have to execute. And I think more offensively here tonight, just because offense has been a struggle at times for the Warriors. Again, finishing drives, getting points, and neither of these two teams score a lot of points this season. So if you execute your offense, I feel like you're better than their defense. That's how you're going to get the points tonight. It's a rivalry game. You already hit that right away. Despite, going back to the 04-05 season, Winter owns this one, 18 wins to 1 loss against the Cubs, and that last win for the Cubs was back in September of 05, and a 17-14 win for the Cubs. So, I mean, the dominance has been there for the Warriors, but that doesn't eliminate the rivalry. Chamberlain is a long-time rivalry on the football field, really on the courts as well, but the mats, but it's just a town an hour away.
Thank you.
Yep. They're absolutely a rivalry across all things. And finally, just playoff mindset. Again, kind of touched on that. a little bit, but absolutely mentally you have to be prepared that the playoffs are beginning after tonight. And so, again, you want to carry that momentum in. You want to hopefully enter it with a win, but at least good positive things that you can take away from tonight's game regardless of the results. It's not often that Winter's playing their, 9th game of the season against the Cubs, and it's actually really going to matter. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. It just literally, like tonight, there's a lot riding on this one. Mm-hmm. Do you finish 5-4? Do you finish 4-5? Do you finish 11 or maybe even 10 if you can wiggle up in the seed? I don't know if that's maybe a stretch, but at least it's a possibility. If you win, if you lose, you're dropping to 12 or maybe even further. And so, yeah, for sure, there's a lot riding on tonight's game. Be focused on the future enough to play well tonight.
Tonight was also senior night here at Warrior Field. Let's take a moment to recognize some of the seniors that have contributed to a very storied history, 59-3 over the last 4 years. These kids part of the last 3 years of action. Seth Heath, a senior that came over from Clome High School. In my opinion, an outstanding running back and linebacker, an all-state linebacker last year, in my opinion. Zach Olson, the 3-year starter at running back for the Warriors, contributed greatly to last year's championship run for the Warriors. Quincy Phillips, the senior quarterback, the starting quarterback last year for the Warriors, and now taking the helm this year. Great contributor to the Warriors. Aiden Wormers, a senior for the Warriors, comes over here. Hasn't had a lot of playing time, but always out there giving his best for the Warriors. Micah King, we saw it last week. He is probably most representative of the Warriors, just an all-around good kid. Young man, I can't call him a kid, just enjoyable to be around. The team does kind of roll with him. He's able to lift them up.
Quick interjection to that. The part about him that I love is he absolutely loves every second he's on the field, and he couldn't stop talking about that touchdown and that pass breakup he had in last week's game. He lives for it.
Ryken Orrell, the senior fullback and linebacker, had an incredible last year at linebacker for the Warriors. Him and Gus Bartles in the middle, and him spelling Gus Bartles at the fullback position. The starting fullback for the Warriors this year, getting down all the way into the offensive line. Jordan Drummond was just instrumental last year in that championship game over the Sioux Valley Cossacks when we had the injury at center. He played that second quarter when we broke that game open. He's had a career where he has just continually gotten better and better and better. Joey Anderson, the senior that's out with the broken kneecap. Joey, one of those guys that gives all, fun to talk to. He was a great contributor last year, defensive end for the Warriors, did a great job. He is missed. Derek Faninga, the 6'2", 295 tackle, starting left tackle for the championship team last year, having another great year, paving the way for the Warriors on that left side. And to round things out, Abe Kaiser, the tight end linebacker. Really, last year you started to see him contribute a lot. This year he has been solid. You never know what you're going to get with the next year's starters. Abe has stepped in, and there has been no loss. He has just filled the role that was vacated by last year's graduating seniors and done an incredible job for the Warriors. Them and their parents have given 4 years to this program. Did I miss one?
Well, I was just going to mention Sadie Take It Off.
Yep.
I know I'm awful at it sometimes. We overlook that. I mean, you've had a daughter that's been huge, and sometimes we overlook it. We don't ever mean to, but we do. So Sadie Take It Off, also a senior cheerleader this year, who's given just as much time and hard work and her skills. So
moments away from kickoffs as we are taking a look at the starters, introducing that I believe the starting defense for the Warriors tonight. That's what they like to do. Defense does win championships. Excuse me. And always fun to see that defense introduced for the Warriors. We'll get to the coin toss after the national anthem. We're going to keep it here and for the national anthem, and we'll be back for the coin toss and the opening kickoff here shortly.
At this time, we ask you to stand as we honor America with our national anthem. Tonight's anthem is performed by Mr. Lucas Frederick. We remind all attendants that the proper etiquette is to remove your cap or hat, face the flag, stand with your right hand over your heart, active duty military personnel, or veterans not in uniform may salute our flag.
Captains for the Warriors tonight to go out and flip the coin. Going to be Quincy Phillips, Riken Oral, and Parker Mathis. I think I forgot Parker in that lineup, maybe.
Oh, how did we do that?
Pika. I cannot forget Pika. Pika been one of those contributors also for this team over last year. The starting center contributed heavily as a sophomore. Just another good – I mean, this offensive line is basically the same offensive line as last year. You're missing one starter, Evan Bartles, the right guard.
Right.
That's the only starter, and Jordan Drummond has kind of filled in that role. So essentially,
guys that got a lot of reps last year,
yeah.
You know, regardless of their actual role. But yeah, I mentioned coming into tonight's game, or I mentioned earlier about the scoring kind of been a struggle for both teams this year. Chamberlain comes in averaging just 14 points a game, giving up a little over 18 a game, while the Warriors come in averaging 24.3 a game and giving up 16.5 a game. So, like I said, neither team this season has really, put off offensive dynamite, but they've been able to manage games, stay competitive, and be close in a lot of them.
Captains for the Chamberlain Cubs tonight are number 5, Brody Nealon, number 15, Austin Rose, number 71, Henry Swanson, and number 74, Blaze Knipling. The toss has been made. And Warriors have won the toss, and as they always do, they will choose to defer.
Yeah, Chamberlain's had a fairly tough schedule also on the regular season, facing the number 2, 3, and 5 teams in St. Thomas More, Woonsocket, Weston Springs, Sanborn Central, and Wagner. Of course, all 3 losses in those contests, but they know the challenge just about as much as the Warriors have in their schedule, facing the 1, 3, and 5 teams. So both teams have been tested in the regular season, which again just leads them here to tonight, both teams being ready for tonight.
I looked at some of the during the course of the season, you look at some of the losses Chamberlain had. They lost to a Rapid City Christian team. That was a game that they were right in it like a bite and sow. They lost 16-12. That could have went the other way. The other one, they played Woonsocket, Westington Springs, Sanborn Central, really tough, 20-8. St. Thomas More, the number 2 seed, got away from them 35-0, and then Wagner put it to them pretty good. But that was a game that was close, like 20-12 late in that game. So Similar opponents and similar results get you to 4-4 versus 4-4. Kicks away.
And it's a shallow one fielded at the 24-yard line. And good special teams play. The return, that's Xavier Donovan, the senior, at 6 foot, 170 pounds. He'll get it out to the 32-yard line on a short return of about 8 yards. And that's where the Cubs will set up offense for the first time here tonight from Warrior Field.
Really good special teams coverage there. They get downfield quick on that pooch kick. And they go low. Xavier, a tough load, and it was, I believe, Reich and Oral on the tackle there for the Warriors, along with number 28.
We're also going to see this T formation, tight T formation that the Warriors run as well. I got to guess that might have been Frederick.
Really nice job by that left side of the defensive line. You're going to see no penetration, no move. It was pretty much a stalemate, but that is big Derek Faninga that they run at right away, along with the end over there, Jackson Day. They're able to stand him up and keep that right at the line of scrimmage for the most part, setting up a 2nd and 9.
Here they're in the double tight, double wing. Man in motion will get the handoff. That's Cruz Brennan. And he's ahead to about the 35-yard line. And we got 3rd and 7 for the Cubs.
Motion wing back, seeing if they can get some over pursuit from the backside from Jackson Day and Derek Faninga, and they stay home on that cutback, plug things up, and they'll limit that to a 2-yard pickup. Nice job again by the left side of the Warrior defensive line.
Cubs being led by junior quarterback Brody Nealon, number 5, as he comes under center. 3rd and 7, man in motion is Rose. And short gain on 3rd down. Run by Hunter Frederick, their fullback. And so the Warriors hold on a 3 and out. It'll be 4th and 6 for the Cubs from their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, they try that fullback smash into the right side of the line. A little bit of initial surge there on Parker Mathis, able to shed the would-be blocker and get in there, get his nose in there, maybe not with the tackle, but definitely a key to plugging that one up. Back to return for the Warriors. I believe that's Zach Olson.
Tristan Johnson, the punter for the Cubs. A little bit of a high snap, handled well. Punt is away, end over end, high hanging, short punt. Fair catch called for and granted at the 44-yard line, and so the Warriors will have good field position on their opening series.
Yeah, we've been talking about this the last couple weeks, and a lot of times people are punting away, diagonally away from the single returner back there, Zach Olson. This one right down the middle of the field, and rather than let it hit the turf, he comes up and he keeps that from getting the bounce and the roll. They will start in good position here, almost at midfield.
Senior quarterback Quincy Phillips, they'll motion. Oh, they're going to go a little trick right off the bat. It was a direct snap to, it's caught to Olson all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's going to take a minute to digest here. They caught us completely off guard. Direct snap to McKenzie.
Quincy Phillips lines up clear out on the left side. Zach Olson in motion, goes deep. They'll toss it back to Quincy, and then they'll pick up the 44-yard gain all the way down to the 12-yard line. Probably going to be spotted at the 13.
Had to make the adjustment. Did a nice job, did Olson, making the adjustment on his route, finding that ball in the air. Had to turn all completely around to find it. Quickly, 1st and 10. And I believe that's Olson on the carry.
Not a lot there. Good job by the left side of the Cubs defensive line there. Going to pick up 3.
Yep, down to the 10.
On schedule. We'll talk about that schedule often.
2nd and 7 from the 10-yard line for the Warriors. Phillips now under center. Anderson motions. He'll get the toss.
Wow, nice run.
Yep. Tackle made inside the 5, down around the 2, it looks like. It'll be first and goal from the 2-yard line.
Good head of steam there by Camden Anderson as he takes that pitch. As soon as he gets the ball and secures it, he immediately plants and gets upfield north-south. You'll see toss and boom, he's into the hole, leaning forward to pick up that extra yard.
And quarterback straight ahead in for the score. Quincy Phillips keeps it himself. Good push by the Warriors' interior line. And the Warriors strike first, 6-0 after the big play.
Nice way to cap off that drive. We saw it last week. You score the touchdown, you got the 2-point conversion. Well, this week, got a player down. Looks like Parker Mathis, our center.
Might have got run over a little bit in the sneak.
Might have been his own guy. No. Oh, he was in the end zone all the way through there. But back to my comment, after making that nice throw on the trick play, on the very first play of the drive, you reward your quarterback with the quarterback keeper for the touchdown. We're going to step away. Warriors lead this one 6-0. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Mead Lumber is 100% employee-owned. Mead Lumber is your source for building materials. Whether your plans are for new construction or updating your existing home or barn, Mead Lumber provides the know-how and the materials you need. Lumber, steel, roofing, siding, drywall, windows, doors, and so much more. Start to finish, Mead Lumber has what you need and want for your project. Mead Lumber is your hometown lumber yard. Stop in and see what Mead can do for you. 102 North Main Street in Winter.
The Insurance Center in Winter is an independent insurance agency affiliated with many fine companies representing all types of insurance. They're able to provide you with a no-obligation comparison of your auto, home, business, crop, farm, life, and health insurance needs. Since they have access to so many companies, they have the ability to offer you the best possible coverages at the most competitive rates. For all of your insurance needs, it's the Insurance Center in Winter, White River, Platte, Burke, and Valentine.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Back at Warrior Field, you get a look at Parker Mathis stepping off the field, walking off on his own power, which is always a good sign. Still limping a little bit. Let's see if he can walk it off. Jordan Drummond was taking the snaps as the backup center. If he's going to be the center now, who's going to be the guard?
Phillips tucks in, tosses to Orrell, and Orrell lowers his head and smashes into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Warriors lead 8-0. We're going to step back. We'll be back in 1 minute at Warrior Field after this instant replay of the 2-point conversion.
Stop by your hometown grocer, County Fair, now in Winter and Platte. Same friendly faces with a brand new name. County Fair is a 4th-generation family-owned business based in South Dakota. They offer friendly service and the freshest food at great prices. County Fair carries premium certified Angus beef, locally grown produce, and much more. Shop County Fair in Winter and Platte, the friendliest store in town.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family-owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years' experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Jackson Day, a little adrenaline after that inaugural offensive series by the Warriors. Will punch that to the end zone for a touchback. Chamberlain Cubs will go on offense after the touchback. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, Chamberlain has three deep men back, and Rose was one of them, but chased it into the end zone. But great job by Day that time getting it over everyone's head. So for the second time tonight, Cubs will be on offense. They went 3 and out on their first opening drive. They start from their own 20-yard line. And man in motion is Brennan. He'll take the toss, and he's got a gain of a couple out to the 22.
First two plays in their first offensive series, they tested the left side of the Warriors' defensive line. This time they come right at that right side. With Parker Mathis out, you're going to see immediately Mason Curtis in there, and Derek Faninga will get more playing time in there at defensive tackle also. But they test the right side, and it's the linebackers that got to come up and make the stick. They do it nicely. 2-yard gain is all. 2nd and 8.
Kneeling under center. They'll motion Rose, and he'll take the ball, and not going to get much there on 2nd down. Cubs facing 3rd and long.
Nice thing about facing an offense that you're familiar with, you practice against it all year long. You know how to defend it.
we kind of made the talk about the Mount Vernon-Plankinton game, how this year was different than normal because they would run a similar style offense. Not identical, but similar, to where you could kind of feel, what you thought they were going to be doing. And then you face the Cubs that are looking like in a mirror almost. 3rd and 7. He'll switch directions, and he'll get it out to the 26-yard line. That was Rose again on the carry for the Cubs.
But again, a nice job by that backside of the defense on that counter play. You fake the toss, catch the running back coming back high. You're going to fake the pitch high and then catch the running back coming back the other direction. Guys are staying home. Jackson Day in on the tackle along with the cornerback, forcing this 4th and 4 in a punting situation.
From the 26, another 3 and out. And Johnson stands at his 10-yard line. His first punt was high and short. This one will be the same way, and Olson comes up to retrieve it in on the Cub side of field at the 44-yard line. That's where Winter will take over at the Cubs' 44-yard line.
First fair catch, the Winter 44. This one, the Cubs 44. Do you sense a trend there? 44.
And it's trending in the right direction.
It is trending in the right direction. That's a 12-yard net gain. Well, do we open with a pass again like we did in the opening series? A little trickery. Do you see Carter McKenzie at quarterback this time? Nope.
I don't, but but yeah, I mean, how do you go? How do you outplay a team that knows what you're doing, and they themselves have started doing what you're doing, so they're more familiar with it than ever. You do things that, and penalty flag's going to fly before.
Typically when it's that early, they're going to get somebody lifting the hand, illegal procedure. It'll go back 5 yards, make it 1st and 15, and guess what? You may see some passing here on first down again.
Right. But yeah, you're going to bring something out that they're not expecting, that they're not scouting for. We'll see the pink flags out for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I noticed. It's nice.
Nice touch.
Nice touch, yeah, if you will, by the officials. So 1st and 15 from the 49-yard line. Double tight, double wing, inside counter. And McKenzie's got the edge, going to cut back, breaks out of a tackle, and he'll be gone. Touchdown to the house.
That is what we've been waiting for all season, Carter McKenzie between the tackles. Really not an ideal situation for him, but if you get him out on that edge, he can outrun the linebacker, get to the defensive back, put a move on, and take him to the house with one little move.
Yeah, like you said, he outrun Klages and then just puts a move and gets out of an arm tackle. Carter McKenzie to the house. Warriors will line up for 2. 6:04 remaining in the opening quarter. They lead at 14-0. Anderson goes in motion. He'll get the toss, and he crashes in, and he's across the line. Warriors add 2 more.
You don't score that 2-point conversion unless you're running with intention. He was leaning forward and had every intention of breaching that goal line. 16-0 Warriors. We will be back in 1 minute.
The Rosebud Exchange in Mission, South Dakota is your one-stop shop for all your household needs, kids' toys, clothing, native print items, star quilts, and a whole lot more. They accept cash, credit cards, tribal checks, payroll deductions, and purchase orders with 0% interest on payroll deduction and layaway orders. Watch Facebook or come in and visit their friendly staff for all their great deals 10 to 6 Monday through Friday. The Rosebud Exchange, proud to support all the student athletes and activities on the Live Ticket TV network.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Welcome back to Warrior Field. One of the keys to the game, regain that championship mentality. Certainly looks like the Warriors have at this point as they lead 16-0.
And that's going to be Donovan muffing the return, able to recover it though, and is able to get to the 16-yard line, so virtually no return after he's unable to catch it cleanly. And so the Cubs find themselves getting pinned back even deeper with each possession on 2 3-and-outs to start the game. They're on their third offensive set here, 1st and 10 from their own 15. Call it 16.
Looked like Camden Anderson and number 14 for the Warriors in there on the tackle on that kickoff. Chase Blodsky.
Well, Cubs going to show a little different look here. 2 split out wide left, and timeout called by the Warriors. Maybe not ready for that different look.
We'll take it with the Cubs and the Warriors. We'll be back in 30 seconds here from Warrior Field. 16-0. Warriors looking to go 5-4 back in 30.
Eklund Tax Service, located at 323 Main Street in Gregory, South Dakota, is available for all your tax preparations. Mark Eklund has been a staple in the Gregory community for many years and wants to help you and your business have success by specializing in all types of bookkeeping. Eklund Tax can take care of any agricultural, retail, or personal bookkeeping or tax preparation. Call Mark at Eklund Tax today at 605-835-9665.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Last regular season game of the season. These two teams enter this field 4-4. Warriors own the first quarter right now, halfway through it, 6 minutes and 3 seconds into it, a 16-0 lead. Little trickery and then just back to we're going to go right through you. Chamberlain on offense.
Nealon hands off and breaking out of tackles or spinning out of tackles. Going to turn it into a nice gain on good effort that time.
Really nice effort. Actually, I thought he was running towards the right side. It might have been first step right towards the right side of the line, and then he goes back, maybe a jab counter. Nope, he pops it into the line and then bounces it back to the weak side.
So Cubs on their best offensive play so far, facing a 2nd and 3. And going to pick up a couple more.
Not quite going to get that first down.
Ball's across the 25-yard line. They need the 26.
Just so you know, Parker Mathis was back there on that last offensive drive for the Warriors. They absolutely need him as the starting center. Don't see him out there on defense, which is okay. Plenty of other big kids. Legend Benedict now out there with Drummond.
And we're going to timeout called by the Cubs. Coach Gary wants to talk about it on 3rd and short.
We'll take it with Coach Gary. 4:45 to go here in the first. Back in 30 seconds.
The temps are dropping, but the deals are heating up at Groenberg Implement.
All used wheeled and tracked skid steers are now 2.99% for 48 months. Get the power you need to tackle those end-of-year projects, whether it's clearing up the yard, moving snow, or prepping for calving season. Stop in today and get your hands on a hard-working skid steer before the snow flies. For qualified buyers, 30% down payment or equivalent trade-in required. See dealer for complete details. Groenberg Implement. Service, the other half of a great product.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Back at Warrior Field out of the timeout. Each of these two teams will meet for this 3rd and short. It's been smash mouth football when Chamberlain is on offense. They're going to go to that full house backfield. Expect some more trench warfare.
And it's going to be Rose on the carries. Definitely got the first down and more out across the 30. And for the first time tonight, the Cubs will move the chains on offense. Definitely positive for them, trailing by 16. They needed to find an answer. They might be working on one here.
A little bit of a statement there, going to the power T offense and just getting upfield. Good penetration, good surge by that offensive line. Easy pickup for the Cubs.
Following their fullback, Hunter Frederick, on that 1st and 10. And running through tackles, next level. A nice carry that time by Cruz Brennan. 5'8", 170 junior for the Cubs. They'll pick up 6.
Yeah, simple off tackle run there. They hit the 6 hole. They allow the end to get upfield. They just kick him out as they double down on Fenenga, creating a real easy crease there. Take on the linebacker, get a seal there, and you pick up 7 yards.
Legend Benedict's out there at the end spot, right in. Another player that gets some time in, especially injuries. That time the initial stack up was good. The pile fell forward, though, for a couple yards, and it's just enough for a first down. So Cubs move the chains for the second time here on the drive.
Yeah, if you're a Chamberlain fan, you're happy to see them responding with a little bounce back after getting rolled on for 2 quick touchdowns. Little momentum, a little...
especially starting from their own 16.
Yeah.
At least get field position back in your favor at the very least at this point from the 43 or 42-yard line. That's Rose with the carry, and Warriors defense able to bring him down not far from the line, maybe a gain of a couple. We have 2nd and 8.
They run left, and again, the left side of the line going to be a little too formidable. Jordan Drummond and Derek Fenenga going to pile things up over there as they run to the right side of their offense. Most of their success has been running left towards the right side of the defense or right towards the center.
Low motion Rose, and a low throw incomplete out near midfield as Nealon rolled to his right. Now he's a southpaw quarterback, is Nealon. Rolling to his right, made a low throw. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 as the ball spotted at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to be upset with himself because his receiver was open on it was number 7 out there or number 2 actually, Xavier Donovan, on the 5 and out. Nice little route, and he put it at his ankles, and he put it up waist high. That's a nice little pickup, setting up a 3rd and short instead of this 3rd and 7.
And play action this time. He'll roll to his more natural side. Under pressure, though, he stepped out before he threw it, and the official was right there to see it. And that's just a mental mistake that time by Nealon as he was rolling out, trying to pass it at the last second, but his foot on the line before the pass was made, so he'll be ruled out of bounds. And a big loss. It's going to set up a punting situation here for the Cubs now, which is a shame on the drive that they had going.
Jordan Drummond going to be credited with the quarterback sack as he had nice containment, and as Nealon tried to break outside that containment, got a hand on him as he got around the edge, but the last one to make a play. Jordan Drummond with the quarterback sack, setting up 4th and 15.
Yeah, loss of 8 that time on the mistake by the Cubs quarterback. Punt is away. Another high-hanging, shallow punt, and another fair catch called for and caught at the 42-yard line. And that is where the Warriors will have the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 42. Just outside of 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Kind of feels like a long one, Jody.
Actually, you
don't think so?
No, beautiful night like this, you just enjoy the fact that you've got 16 points on the board and you're moving the ball nicely. There's another 5-yard pickup on the counter.
Carter McKenzie on the carry for the Warriors. As he said, he'll get 5 yards. Out to the 46.5.
Yeah, Chamberlain really flowing hard with motion, trying to hit Carter McKenzie and get him in space again.
There's Anderson this time, breaks 1 tackle. Carries another one with him for a yard or 2 out to midfield. Spot it right at the 50-yard line, sets up 3rd and 2 for the Warriors.
Really nice carry there. Camden, again, as the season has went on, has become, every Warrior team has had that one back that if you need 2-3 yards, physical runner that you can pile into the line, you can count on him and you'll go to him. Well, over the years, they've always come through and developed. This year, it's becoming Camden Anderson.
Seth Heath does not have a carry yet in the game. They'll stick with their fullback, and he will be driven back, but forward progress is enough for the first down. That was Oral on the carry from his fullback spot. But, yeah, we haven't seen a carry from Heath yet tonight, but we've seen all kinds of success from other backs.
Initial surge there by the right side of the offensive line. Jackson, Day, and Drummond. Drummond with the kick down, Day into that next level. They got the fullback.
William Jorgensen also throwing blocks out there.
Yeah.
And this is Heath on the carry, trying to bounce it to the outside. And he squirts for about 4.
Keeps those legs going, steps through the would-be tackle to pick up another couple yards. Looked like it was going to be stopped for 1 or 2, and he ends up picking up 4.
2nd and 6 from the 43-yard line of the Cubs. It was Owen Engel, the senior, making the stop.
Well, they don't have to go far as we flip ends here for the quarter. Warriors with the ball on the 44-yard line. We'll switch it to the other 44. We established in the first 2 punts that's a difference of 12 yards. So we'll flip it 12 yards the other way. We'll be back in 1 minute. Second quarter coming up from Warrior Field. Warriors leading 16-0.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
One in the books here at Warrior Field. It's a 16-0 lead, courtesy of a Quincy Phillips 2-yard quarterback keep. And first touchdown was who? Can't remember. Well, it was Quincy.
That was the first.
The second touchdown was it's all running together. Carter McKenzie when he broke loose.
Okay.
Yeah. After the big trick play. Been an exciting first quarter, and then it kind of lulled yourself back into the old grind rhythm.
And just some fullback power on display that time. once again by Oral.
Good head of steam. He's going to finish picking up an extra yard as he goes over the top of the pile to get that last yard, putting it in that third and short, as you said.
At the Cubs' 39-yard line. Third and a long 2. And Heath has the first down to the 35-yard line.
He gets behind the pulling guard. I think you're going to see Jordan Drummond, the right guard, pull, and Heath got behind him and got on his hip and cut off his block. I mean, he did turn it up hard.
Right off the old hip pad if they still wore them. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Warriors putting together a drive here, trying to go up by 3 scores in the first half against the Cubs. This is Olson, and he's quick with the ball. Doesn't waste much time getting through the line, and he's got a gain of 5 to the 30-yard line.
You know, just thinking here off the top of my head, is that Olson's first or second carry? You know, normally early in the season, they relied on him. He got a heavy dose of carries. Now it's really become a lot more balanced between.
Which is part of the strength of the Warriors' offense has been which back's getting, which back is it?
Oh, boy.
Now he's going to get tackled down at the 15-yard line. A nice run by Carter McKenzie that time, stopped by Donovan, but not before a nice chunk play and a first down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, Carter McKenzie, you get him in space again, not pounding him into the tackles, into those linebackers at that next level. He gets into the hole, and then he gets to the outside. Good quickness, shows the speed. Xavier Donovan probably, I don't want to say a touchdown-saving tackle, but it would have definitely been deeper into Cub territory. Ball's out.
Fumble. A lot of Cubs in the area.
Believe we're going to recover. Oh, nope. It is Chamberlain ball.
Huge defensive stop and a bend but don't break situation. The first turnover of the game, and the Warriors give it up inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they go back to Carter McKenzie on that counter, trying to reward him, and it's just going to be punched out by number 74, Blaze Knipley.
On the ground.
On the ground. Going down, he's going to punch that out or on the ground. Yeah. Coming up with that turnover for the Cubs was Jarrett Klagius. So Chamberlain, they bend but they don't break, and they got a long field here. Warriors just got to get that mindset, okay, let's get a quick out and get the ball back around midfield. Don't allow a long drive.
And Cubs with a good carry on first down, pinned deep from about the 8-yard line. They're going to get it out across the 15 to the 17-yard line, and it's going to set up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, all kinds of people tackling different people, not knowing who's got the ball in that scrum. They thought they had the ball carrier. Oh, it was actually. It was number 15. Rose broke free, and it was Camden Anderson, who actually probably did make a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, Rose was behind everybody else. Coming out of that T formation, they've had some success with that. And they'll have a first down to the 22-yard line.
Chamberlain's second or third first down of the game.
Third. They had 2 on that last drive that stalled with him stepping out of bounds.
Getting a little momentum, a little urgency going here as they try to cut into this 16-0 deficit.
They'll stay with the double tight T formation. Again, having some success there. And this time it's Brennan. And he's going to grab maybe 3 to the 26.
I'd give him all of 4.
Okay, yep. Preliminary guess, waiting for the ball to get placed. He'll get 4. 2nd and 6 from the 26 of the Cubs.
Interesting little side note here. Derek Faninga not in there resting this series as part of that rotation. They're having a little more success with not that girth in there in the middle as they're pounding the center of the Warrior defense.
And this one will stop before it gets started. Flag flies. And the Cubs will be backed up 5 yards. And 2nd and 11 coming up for the Cubs from the 21-yard line. Yeah, I mean, the way this game started out, Jody, and the pace at which the Warriors just seem to kind of be really pressing things, I think the Cubs are actually feeling pretty good about where they're at in the game right now.
There was a little bit of a shock value to that first play.
Yeah.
Not only for the fans, but to the Cubs to see the Warriors. What are these guys going to do?
They're back to Brennan, and he's going to get close to all the penalty yardage back. We'll pick up 4 yards, and they're back to the 25-yard line.
Just goes to show attention to detail, how bad a penalty can hurt you. Warriors turned the ball over as they were trying to go in for that third score. Now that was one of the fine details, not holding on to the ball as a guy going to the ground punches it out. Here, a penalty puts you way behind schedule, sitting at 3rd and 7.
A 6'4", 240-pound senior guy punches it out.
Great punch out by him. I mean, Knippling with a great punch out.
And next level could make for an interesting 4th down decision.
Yeah, this will really be Coach Gary with a tough decision here. That penalty playing out huge here is now it's 4th and 2. Do you risk going for it? You're playing on house money here. The Warriors are going in to score. Put them on offense at the 30. You've just moved them back 20 yards if you can get the first down. Or do you punt it and play field position and count on that defense? I know what the White Buffalo would do. He would gamble and go for it.
Brennan on that last carry for the Cubs, 4th and 2. Brennan in motion. He'll get the toss, and he's hit in the backfield. Able to keep going, though, and he's going to get close. Looks like he might be a little short.
Yeah.
But we'll check the spot. Good second effort.
Derek Fentanyl was back in there at right defensive tackle. Him and Legend Benedict initially with good surge on that right side of the Warrior defense. But great effort there. Brennan, second effort, running through would-be tackles of Benedict and Oral to pick up that first down.
Yeah, just enough. Moves the stick. They're back to the T formation.
Ooh, there's some popping
going on. Yeah, I heard a click up here. And Cubs able to get to that next level. Getting through the line and able to pick up. See where they'll finally spot the ball here.
I think they're going to get 4.
Yep. We'll give them the 36-yard line. 2nd and 6.
Short 7, long 6. But if you're an offensive and defensive lineman, right now you're having a ton of fun out there.
Yeah. T formation again. Once again, Brennan with the ball. Short gain this time.
Really focused on the defensive and offensive lines tonight. This time, the right side of the Warrior defense going to get a ton of penetration again. Faninga and Benedict, and then you have the linebacker coming in there from the middle in Oral. No second effort opportunities there as they wrap up and finish that one right away.
Jackson Day back in the game for Benedict. On a 3rd and 6, a true 3rd and 6 from the 37-yard line. They'll send Brennan in motion, play action. Inland going to roll to his left. Flag flies in the backfield. Pass is incomplete. We'll check the laundry as Nealon's pass falls incomplete.
Great coverage by the defense. Nobody surprised at all. Great job over there on the right side. You had Carter McKenzie out there in coverage. Number 82, the linebacker, Abe Kaiser, doing a nice job getting to the flat and covering his guy.
Interesting choice here. Coach Olson going to take the penalty yardage here.
I would. Coach Gary showing he is a little bit of a riverboat gambler here, playing on house money. Make sure he's got a big decision to make after this play. Coach Gary coming from West Central, so this is the West Central Trojan offense, similar to Winter's double wing, but a little bit different. And he's changed the attitude of these kids, though, from Chamberlain. Really good to see them having success up there in Chamberlain.
From the 27. Pressure on Nealon. Nearly slides, and he's going to get taken down. Heath finds him and throws him to the ground. Back at the 21-yard line. A lot of scrambling by Nealon. He kept himself alive for just long enough, but Heath able to track him down.
Yeah, a lot of pressure from that right side again, and then after that pressure from the right side comes in, the left defensive end, Jackson Day, gets out there, forces him up into the pocket. Derek Faninga had a choice, and then, there's a blitzing linebacker, and Seth Heath there. I promised him, I saw him on the scooters this week. He said I can call him Cash.
Yeah, I'm sure he don't care. It's not affecting his game.
Him and Jackson Day were out on the scooters this week, and I got to pull them over. Jackson lost his pickup for some reason this week and was on a scooter, and got to talk with those two young men on a side street. They seemed really loose and ready to play. Good for them.
Chamberlain's going to take a timeout on a 4th and forever in punt formation. Interesting.
Just count the people out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One man short would have been a penalty. We're going to step away. We'll be back in a punt in 30 seconds.
There's a lot of uncertainties in farming and ranching today, but one thing is certain. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell are your crop and livestock insurance specialists. Statewide agents have a background in agriculture and work hard to provide growers and ranchers with risk management plans and insurance coverage that fits their business needs. From hail insurance, livestock revenue protection, to multi-peril crop and revenue insurance, Statewide will help you with the right decisions. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell. Locally owned, your dependable partner in crop and livestock protection and equal opportunity provider.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Back at Warrior Field. 4th and officially, we couldn't calculate it up here real quick. It's 4th and 21 for the Cubs. They had 10 men on the field. We should have trusted you, Justin. Justin Day on scoreboard running that for you tonight. Had it dialed in. I just forgot to look there. Cubs will punt. Warriors do hold. Back deep for the Warriors. It's going to be Zach Olson. Huge rush and just gets it away. Zach going to fair catch this one. Oh, he broke tradition. Going to fair catch that at the 47. Has fair caught at the 44 of Winter, fair caught at the 44 of Chamberlain. This one's the 47 of Winter. Good field position for the Warriors. Let's see if they can put together a nice drive again.
Yeah,
another one.
Just enough time. You don't got to be in a huge hurry from your starting position here, but just chew up the rest of the clock and take a 3-score lead into the locker room. 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Little play action.
He's got his man.
Phillips with plenty of time, slings it down. Oh, nice pass breakup that time by Owen Engel. Got his arm up. He had Olson where he wanted him. Olson had a step or two. And Engel with a last-minute play on defense to break it up.
Right end, Will Jurgensen had broken free. Unfortunately, if you'd have taken a look on that right side, he was behind Xavier Donovan with maybe a little more space to move.
I think he had Abe Kaiser. Maybe that's who you're talking about, or maybe.
Oh, no, it was Jurgensen down there. And maybe Kaiser in the flat, too.
Yeah. Here's Carter McKenzie. Quickly across midfield down around the 45-yard line of the Cubs. And that helps after the incompletion.
You know, what's really impressive about that, it's only been a couple plays ago that he fumbled. Wasn't his fault. As a running back, you're itching to get that ball back in your hand. There he takes the toss pitch, and once he does, he gets behind the nice blocking on the right side. Gets up for a nice solid 8-yard gain.
3rd and 2 right on the 45-yard line. Here's McKenzie again, and he's going to break free. Watch out, that's trouble for the Cubs. And McKenzie all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors.
And what was really, really key about that touchdown run, when you go back and watch this instant replay, the toss pitch was not clean. It was high. He bobbled it just for a second, able to secure it. Gets into the line, breaks it back to the other sideline, and so it was number 15 trying to track there, making up a little ground in Austin Rose, but 2 long touchdown runs for the sophomore.
It looked like it got up into it, his chest. He wasn't able to catch that out away from his body. And there's McKenzie tracking into the end zone for the 2-point conversion on the counter.
Well, folks, did not expect this one. It's 24-0 Warriors with 2:18 to go here in the first half. We'll be back in 1 minute. Warriors kicking off.
Cenex Zip Trip is your local convenience store with 5 locations throughout South Dakota, offering top-tier gasoline and Cenex premium diesel fuels. Stop in for a great selection of your favorite snacks, beverages, pizza, and other hot foods. Become a Zip Trip Rewards member and save 5 cents per gallon of fuel every day. Plus, earn and redeem points for further discounts. Sign up at CenexZipTrip.com. Cenex Zip Trip is a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities. When it comes to game day, let Zip Trip fill your food and fuel needs.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Back at Warrior Field, this one, I'm going to go back to that key to the game for the Winter Warriors Live. Key to the game, third one. Regain that championship mentality. It certainly looks and feels right now like the Warriors are playing a little bit different than they have all season. Folks, this is a very good Chamberlain team, and I really don't
they only give up 18 points a game, and they've played the number 2, 3, and 5 teams in the state in that average. I mean, the Warriors are doing something tonight that I don't think anybody really expected. Great to see, though.
I did have a conversation.
Oh, boy. How about that line drive kick caught by Chase Knipling? Got to be ready for that one. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
kickoff just got to him quick. Good hands.
Talking with one of the top coaches of one of the top teams in the state today, I will shoot text off, and we're texting back and forth. And ultimately, at the end of the conversation, the kind of the consensus was, all we have now is preseason's about to end. We're in week 8, with week 0 being the official first week.
Mm-hmm.
We're in week 8, and all this means is preseason is ending. Everybody's just jockeying for position for the real regular season, which is the postseason tournament.
And that was Frederick on the carry. Check that. That was Rose on the carry for the Cubs. Going to get it across the 40 to the 41.
Really like that. Jed Blair getting some action now on that defensive line with the injuries. Did a nice job setting the edge, allowing people to play through him and around him, but he's in there. Good job. It's good to see Jed out there getting into the rotation with these injuries piling up this season. Oh, nice tackle.
Yeah, that one had me fooled. I thought Brennan took it, and then I realized he was just throwing blocks out there. But
what was really nice about that tackle, as soon as contact was made, it was over. There was no leaning forward.
No further momentum.
No further momentum. Trying to see who that was. Well, he did have somebody on his hip. Zach Olson, Oral, and I think Hudson Peters.
And that was Brennan on the carry. Right back to Brennan. And we stacked up, looks like just shy, about a yard shy of the first down. Going to be 4th and short here for the Cubs.
Want to be careful here if you're Coach Gary. 40 seconds to go.
One timeout left, right?
Yep. You don't want to turn the ball over here to the Warriors on a loss of downs. You want to pick up the first down and then take your shot at the end zone. If you don't get it, you don't want to leave much time for the Warriors. 15 seconds and ticking as they go for it on 4th and 1.
Oh
my goodness!
Collision. Was that Blair?
No, that was not. That might have been Camden Anderson from the cornerback position. Or McKenzie? No, it was Camden Anderson. Go back and DVR this one. Camden Anderson came up from the cornerback position, was one-on-one, and left no doubt that there was going to be nothing.
That was Cam. He got up. He was jacked on that one.
So Warriors are going to get a shot here with 8 seconds to go, or do we just kneel on it and take a 24-0 lead into halftime and get the second half kickoff?
Well, we've seen Phillips put some air under the ball to start the game here, closing out the final 8 seconds. He'll motion everybody away, empty backfield, fakes, then he's going to take a long shot downfield. Almost a safe throwaway, I think, maybe. Just gets it over the head of everybody that time.
That'll leave 2 seconds on the clock. I don't mind that. But what was scary is he totally out-threw all of his receivers.
Yeah, right.
That might be one of those situations where you hit your receiver short and you take a knee. Then you set up like a 15, 20-yard field for one shot. Yeah, Zach Olson was like, throw short and underneath the deep umbrella. I'll take a knee. Warriors are going to down it. I like it. Warriors lead 24-0. We're going to have halftime stats for you in about 8 minutes.
Some of the best-looking football we've seen from the Warriors in a half here.
Boy, this is really encouraging going into postseason play. The way
Playoff
they're
mindset
playing right now. Yep. We'll be back in 8 minutes. You're watching and listening to WinterWarriorsLive.com.
Fall is here, and at Elevate Agronomics, we're ready to help you score on your operation. From winter wheat and cover crop seed to fall burn down herbicides and custom wheat seed treating, we've got your fields covered. And don't forget your cow herd. Our livestock product lineup includes products built for fall calving, weaning, and more to help keep your herd in winning shape. Stop in at our office in Winter or give us a call as you make your fall plans. We are looking forward to cheering on Winter this season. Go Warriors and Lady Warriors. Elevate Agronomics. Reach new heights.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
AgriMax and West River Ag have been in the Winter area for a combined total of 9 years. We offer top-of-the-line services and inputs such as chemical, seed, fertilizer application, spraying, and agronomy services with a certified crop advisor on staff. We are a full-service business that is locally owned and operated. We look forward to continuing service to the ag community and cannot wait to help you with all your agricultural needs. AgriMax, shaping the future of ag.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Winter Advocate is the exclusive newspaper of Tripp County serving Winter, Colome, and surrounding communities. Each Wednesday you will find the latest in state and local news, sports, job openings, classifieds, and all legal public notices. Call 842-1481, or stop down to their new location in the City Building at 325 South Monroe, Suite 119. Deadlines are Friday at 5 p.m. for the Advocate and noon on Fridays for the Rocket. The Winter Advocate is a proud supporter of all winter and Cologne school activities on the Live Ticket Network.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home, now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care. When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, remodel, new addition, or new construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, or electrical work in winter and the surrounding area. We handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer for Trane heating systems, too. Good luck in today's event.
H&O Electric is a proud supporter of all area student athletes and activities on Live Ticket TV.
It's a particular kind of joy when people come together. There's really nothing like it. And isn't it amazing in that magic moment how all the distance between us, all the obstacles, just disappear? Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most.
Hi, this is Logan from Littau Seed, and we're excited to announce that we'll be able to offer true 0% financing on a limited number of units of corn and beans. You can lock in your corn and beans now and pay the same at delivery as cash now. With that, we have aggressively priced corn numbers that have a great track record in our area for grain and silage. This offers on a limited number of units, so act soon to lock in your 0%. We still have triticale on hand and can cover any NRCS grass project. Call Logan at 605-840-4591, 840-4591.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance, we know you have a lot of options, but it can be hard to find an honest, reliable auto repair shop. That's where we come in, Hometown Automotive, committed to providing our customers with honest, quality service at a reasonable price. We use years of training and experience to provide you with the best car care possible. Hometown does oil changes, tune-ups, and computer diagnostics. We sell tires, batteries, and Schaefer products. We install engines, trannies, starters, water pumps, brakes, and much more. Call us at 842-1722 and let our experience be your advantage.
Computers and More, located at 27786 311th Avenue, is obviously your computer sales and repair in winter. The More is so much other than you can imagine. We are your local outlet for Winter Warriors sports apparel. We do screen printing and embroidery for your purple and gold attire. Stop in and check out all our gear on hand for you to wear at the next game. Call us at 842-9057 and see how we can design your company logo on all types of clothing. And remember, thanks for keeping it local.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Shirley's Diner is located at 142 East 2nd Street in Winter, South Dakota. Come meet Martha 1 and Martha 2 and their friendly, courteous staff. Shirley's Diner is open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Breakfast is served all day, and check out the Shirley's Diner Facebook page for all their daily lunch specials. All meals are made fresh and homemade every day. If you can't make it to the diner, they'll deliver. Just call 605-842-3903. Shirley's Diner serves customers from near and far and are a proud supporter of all school activities on Sports Ticket Live. It's easy to remember. There's nothing finer than Shirley's Diner.
BankWest is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. BankWest.
Shop local with Burke, Gregory, and Winter Building Centers, your hometown hardware stores specializing in everything from finding the right drill bit to building your dream home. The crews at the building centers take pride in customer service and are always available to help with any project, big or small. They offer top-of-the-line flooring and cabinetry, a large inventory of rental items, quality Pittsburgh paint, and so much more. Follow them on Facebook or shop online anytime at buildingcentersd.com.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask Miller and Associates in Platte, South Dakota, if auto owners make sense for you.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
Meyer Ag is your trusted local Beck's seed dealer. Beck's has earned the confidence of growers across the country with proven performance and unmatched growth. But they're not stopping there. They're driven to innovate, discover, and help you succeed season after season. Stop in and talk to Trace and the team at Meyer Ag to take advantage of Beck's unbeatable reward programs for this year's seed sales. Meyer Ag, making every acre count for you.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Welcome back to Warrior Field. Let's go ahead and get a quick first half recap in of today's game between the Winter Warriors and Chamberlain Cubs. Warriors lead this one 24-0, courtesy of 3 scores. Let's take a look at the overall stats. Warriors 18 carries, 169 yards rushing. They have 212 yards of offense. I'm going to just let this one out of the bag early. Carter McKenzie with 166 yards in the first half for the Warriors. He'll be a big portion, 123 of those 169 yards. He also had that first reception for 43. No, that was Zach Olson had that catch for 43.
McKenzie took the snap.
He did, and he threw it. Quincy threw that. Quincy is 1 for 3 for 43 yards. Warriors did fumble one time. They had a penalty. It was for no yards. It was a decline. They're 2 of 2 on third down conversions, and they do have that one sack by Jordan Drummond. 2 sacks, one by Jordan Drummond and one by Seth Heath there in the first half. For Chamberlain, they have 67 yards of offense, 26 carries for 67 yards, no passing yards, as they are 0 for 3 there in that first half. Penalties, they had 2 of them. They were able to overcome both of them, 2 penalties for 10 yards, but they're 1 of 9 on third downs and 1 of 2 on fourth downs. They have 2 first downs in that first half. Taking a look at individual leaders in this game, Carter McKenzie, 6 carries, 123 yards. Rankin Oral, 2 carries. Carter McKenzie, 2 touchdowns also. Rankin Oral, 2 carries for 11 yards. Camden Anderson, a carry for 8 yards. Zach Olson, 2 carries for 8 yards. Seth Heath, 2 carries for 8 yards. And Quincy Phillips, 2 carries, 2 yards, and a touchdown. For the Cubs, Cruz Brennan, 15 carries for 52 yards. Austin Rose, 8 carries, 27 yards. Hunter Frederick, 1 carry, 1 yard. And Brody Nealon, 2 carries for negative 13 yards. Taking a look at the passing stats individually, Quincy Phillips, 1 of 3, 43 yards. That reception was to Zach Olson on that trick play to start the game. No catches or completions for the Cubs. Taking a look defensively, leading the way, Camden Anderson and Rankin Oral with 5.5 tackles apiece. Camden with that statement tackle there on 4th and 1 to end the half. Big play. You also have Seth Heath with 3.5 tackles, and Derek Finanga doing a great job in the middle of that Warrior defensive line, kind of setting the tone. You're not going to run at me. He's got 2.5 tackles. Defensively for the Cubs, leading the way, Xavier Donovan. He's going to have himself 5 tackles, a host of Cubs with 1.5 around there. That's how we get to 24-0. Taking a look at the drives. First drive for the Warriors, it was a 4-play, 56-yard drive, resulting in a touchdown. Their next series, 1 play, 49 yards. It was a touchdown as Carter McKenzie busted that one loose. Then the Warriors got a touchdown as they went 3 plays, 53 yards, in a minute 17, capped off by that last touchdown.
So for the first time tonight, you're going to see a Cubs kickoff as the Warriors deferred, and they'll receive to start the third quarter.
Warriors have been making all kinds of statements here in this game tonight. This would be one of those that you would love to see them come out and just say, we're going to take this and march it down. I don't know how many times we've scored on the opening drive this season in 9 games. I can't remember how many we did tonight.
Had some pretty slow starts for sure.
We did last week. Speaking of last week, a lot of people were talking about that tough loss to Mount Vernon Plankington. Well, folks, it wasn't that bad a loss. They lead Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central right now at the end of the half, 30-0. The previously undefeated Bucks trailing the Titans 30-0.
Gonna have a long ways to climb out of that one. It seems almost insurmountable at halftime.
Another crazy one at the half. Elk Point Jefferson leading Sioux Valley by a score of 14-6.
Kick is away. Nice end-over-end kick. Going to be fielded about the 7-yard line. That's Carter McKenzie weaving his way through traffic and a nice return out to the 30-yard line.
That is a really nice return. Carter averaging on the season right around 25 yards a return. 24-yard return. Good field position for the Warriors.
Yeah, a lot of encouraging things here we're witnessing tonight from the Warrior team that we knew was there all season, but they had really yet to show it like they have tonight. And the opening play of the third quarter goes for 3, maybe 4. We'll give him 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 from the 34-yard line.
That was Camden Anderson bobbing and weaving as he got up into that second level, running right at Knipling over here on this right side.
Phillips under center. Olson goes in motion. They'll go fullback. Oral. He's got 1 to the 35, and that's it.
That'll get that Chamberlain sideline excited as they plug things up.
Yeah, best thing they can do is shorten this winter drive and get the ball quickly to, not too far into the third quarter here and give themselves something to really be focused on. Showing T formation. And penalty flag flies pre-snap. That's how most of the penalties have been here tonight from either side. Gives the Cubs a chance to substitute defensively as they run in Klages and Knipling.
Maybe fortunate that was a penalty as the ball hit the turf too. Passing situation in most people's eyes.
It's a toss pitch as Olson gets the penalty yardage back pretty much.
There's just one of those fine details. Without that penalty, you're looking at 4th and inches or a first down.
Love the hustling from the Cubs on and off the field, and I incorrectly said it was Knipling. It was Salinas on the previous play hustling in. He hustled back out, but several players or personnel for the Cubs in and off the field, but lots of hustle.
Winner's first punt of the evening comes here in the third quarter, 2 minutes into the half.
Day has to pick up a low snap. It's going to hit and take a favorable Warrior bounce. Cubs wisely get away from it, but a nice roll to finish the punt from Day to the 28-yard line.
It's going to be a 37-yard punt for Jackson Day, assisted by that bounce and roll. A little bit of a difficult snap for him. Wasn't easy.
Yeah, he had to tie his shoes while he was down there.
Chamberlain, let's see what kind of adjustments they've made at halftime. Not your typical Warrior second half first drive. 3 and out with that penalty.
Yeah, something for the Cubs to definitely build off of for sure. There's the toss to Brennan. And he's out around the 30-yard line. Gain of a couple. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Cubs.
He's going to get wrapped up. Derek Faninga penetrates from that left defensive tackle position and gets a little bit of an ankle there. Trips him up as he's going through. Follows the pulling guard possibly, yep, and blows through the center to limit that to a 2-yard gain.
2nd and 8 for Nealon and the Cubs from the 30-yard line. They will motion Brennan. He'll get the toss. Able to cut it back. And he's out near the 35-yard line.
Real interesting play design there.
Spotted at the 36.
Yeah, as Brennan was going in motion, he really pushed past the guard as he took that pitch, stretched that towards the Cubs sideline, and then turns it in. It's not your normal pitch. He gets wide and then cuts it back, trying to get out in that 6 and 8 hole. In my day, it used to be the 5 and the 7, but they flipped it around on us here in this new decade.
3rd and 2. Cubs go quickly. Brennan once again has the first down out across the 40 to the 42-yard line, and the Cubs are in business here, driving towards midfield.
3rd first down of the game officially. Playing with intent, trying to get back into this game. A good opening second half drive and a score would put them right back in this game, and you go get your defense out there and get another 3 and out, and this becomes really, really a different ball game at that point. First things first, got to get that first touchdown.
And they send Brennan in motion, but they'll hit Frederick for a short gain on first down to the 43-yard line. Second and 9 for the Cubs coming up.
Jackson Day in there along with Seth Heath to close that fullback dive down on the last play.
T formation, Brennan somehow gets out of what could have been a tackle for a short gain, ends up getting a couple out of it.
Yeah, years ago when Nebraska played Florida in the, I think it was the Orange Bowl for the, maybe the Sugar Bowl for the national championship, both undefeated. Nebraska stuck it to them. And there were several Nebraska fans taunting. There were no Florida fans there, but they were just yelling it just as if they were. You got to wrap up. If you don't wrap up, you can't tackle nobody. You got to wrap up on Brennan. He is a load of a back there. 180 pounds of dynamite.
T formation again, 3rd and long for the Cubs. And a pile stacks up after about a yard. 4th and 6 for the Cubs.
Yeah, if you're playing to win now, Coach Gary is going to go for it. Parker Mathis out there gutting it out, even with that bad ankle, the last one off the turf, as he was in there plugging it up in the middle of that Warrior defensive line.
Yep. He's going to run off for Mason Curtis. 4th and 6 for the Cubs. Big 4th down opportunity here. They 1-1 on 4th downs.
Yeah.
In the game, the Cubs. They stick with that T formation, and timeout called by the Cubs.
Yeah, they were going to run it. Maybe Coach Gary was rethinking his initial play call, wanted to talk about it with his team and maybe dial up something a little different. We'll take a timeout with Coach Gary. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Back at Warrior Field, this is a big 4th down for the Cubs, but if you have intentions of winning this game and getting to 5-4, you got to convert here. You're not going to get many offensive opportunities. You're about midfield. It won't hurt you real bad if you don't get it, but you got it. Well, and then they call timeout, come out, and show punt formation. So don't listen to me, folks.
Well, and so is it a fake, or did he just have a change of heart and went, you know what? We went 3 and out to start. Let's just pin them back. Seen some high-hanging punts from Johnson. This one is away. Much better punt this time, angling out over to the sideline, and a nice punt by the Cubs, dialed up. Gonna mark it at the 16.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Looking at the near side line judge, 16-yard line, Warriors 84 yards away from putting this game on ice. Now, you don't want to make a mistake here. This is one of the places that you want to really execute. Pay attention to the fine details. Nice tosses. See the ball into your hand. Sustain your blocks. Don't do anything to put Chamberlain back in the game with a short field here.
Wow, you're talking about quick.
Yeah. He shot into that hole, and Cruz Brennan, I think number 7, might have got just a hand on his ankle or he looked like a rocket that was going to take it to the house.
Zach Olson hasn't had a ton of carries, I think 4 or 5 at the half, but
2.
Only 2?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I know we mentioned that once earlier that he hadn't had many touches, but I didn't realize he finished with 2. But, yeah. Like to see that, though. Heath gets rolled, but wants to get up and keep going for more, wishing he didn't hit the turf.
Got to tell you, I really think the play design, the execution of that play design is what's going to free up Seth for that big run up the middle. Zach goes in motion hard, just like he did the previous play when he was going to take that soft toss. Everybody thought Zach was going to get the ball again, and next thing you know, you got Seth eating up the middle of the line as Parker Mathis out there gutting it out, going to seal a block and create a lane for him.
From the 26, this is McKenzie. Going to be brought down by Chisholm Bloom of the Cubs. Nice gain on first down.
Yeah. 5 yards. I mean, he got up into that hole, and he was trying to take it to the house. Sometimes when you don't take it to the house, oh, gosh, I only got a 5-yard gain, a 6-yard gain, and my team's in 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 4. That's okay.
Yeah, that's all you want on a good drive. I mean, 4 or 5 yards at a time, no one's complaining about that. You're just moving.
Instead of looking for 1 or 2 yards, you're looking for the house, and you, what do they say? You shoot for the moon, sometimes you get the sky.
This is...
That's Zach Olson in motion.
Yeah.
And what I really enjoy about that run is he planted his foot and he cut on a dime in reverse direction back into the middle of the field to pick up positive yards. Otherwise, there was nothing for him. He just stuck it in the turf and cut.
3rd and 2 from the 34-yard line.
A little bit of an inside trap there, freeing the fullback up for a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Oral takes it out to the 40-yard line, moves the sticks.
You know, when you watch that, by design, Quincy's got to stand back, wait a second for Curtis to cut back on the trap, and then hand off right behind him. Watch how he steps back and waits just a little bit of a second. Yep. Oh, it wasn't Curtis. It was the guard coming drumming from the other direction.
But, yeah, you got to have that time to be able to do that.
And you're standing in heavy traffic. Like, you could get hammered at any point.
And here's Anderson. He's ahead for a gain of 7 yards on first down.
You haven't been able to say this often this year. You saw it last week. Now you're seeing it tonight. The Warriors' offensive line is really starting to take over and dominate here in the second half. Rotating players, getting those backs into the second level. The backs are running hard, picking up really big gains for that offensive line when given a crease.
Warriors' number one idea of the week is win the line of scrimmage. They're definitely doing that tonight.
Ball is out.
And McKenzie for the second time. And the Cubs do recover.
Hey. It's okay. He was looking to take it to the house. This is something that you can clean up before you get to the playoffs. It's a nice drive. They took it from their 16 to their opponent's 48. He picked up 36 yards, a couple first drives, ate some clock there. You can have a discussion with the young man who's having a big game.
Yep. Well, and you know what? On that point, I see Heath, the senior, come over and talk to him right away afterwards, giving him the, hey, it's all right. Let's go. Good senior leadership that time. Getting over to his young ball carrier. So Cubs create a second turnover here tonight against the Warriors. And they'll have it 1st and 10 in business near midfield. Oh, that one was stuffed.
Yeah, they're running at that left side of the defensive line. Parker Mathis, he was last but not least of the seniors we mentioned tonight. Injured on that first touchdown run, has been out there gutting it out, playing defensive tackle. You got Mason Curtis in there, but they ran at Parker Mathis and Jackson Day, and there was nothing there. Nothing as they plug it up.
Yeah, it was going to be Rose on the carry for the Cubs. No gain, 2nd and 10 from the 48.
I like the linemen. They're getting up looking, who's falling around me? Who did I put on their butt? Who put me on my butt? These are the fun games for these kids in the trenches.
And that one had written all over it as Nealon was in trouble in the backfield. And flag does come out. I don't know if that was on the tackle or something that happened.
Where do you see the laundry at there?
Afterwards. At about the 38-yard line.
Hoping it's not a face mask.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, they're going to step it off. I wonder if it was on the tackle.
Oh, I don't see
there
it.
was no face mask there, though, but I could see how it might have looked like that from behind.
Oh, no, it was afterwards. It was the celebration. One of the Warriors.
A little too much emotion going on out there. Positive or not, got to keep your head, stay disciplined, so they'll give up a lot there that time after the penalty, 1st and 10. Cubs have it on the 41-yard line of Winter. So it was a busted play, turns into a 1st down for the Cubs.
And again, the left cornerback, Camden Anderson, up there sniffing around the line of scrimmage, one-on-one. Going to seal the deal as they run towards that left side of the Warrior defense.
Gain of a couple, 2nd and 8 from the 39-yard line. Back to the T formation. And it's going to be Brennan on the run for the Cubs down around the 35-yard line. Definitely a 4-down territory here for Coach Gary and the Cubs.
Wow. We said that first quarter kind of drug on after it got going. The second quarter went faster. This third quarter has flown by. We go to the fourth quarter, Warriors out in control, 24-0. The clock is becoming their friend. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Fort Randall Federal Credit Union is here for you across Southeast and Central South Dakota. As a member of your credit union, you can take advantage of many ways to manage your money. They offer many different accounts to help suit your needs with your savings. Nobody likes wasting money on high interest rates, and neither do they. At Fort Randall FCU, they have all types of loans available to help you manage your finances. With locations in Wagner and Platte, Fort Randall FCU is ready for any needs you may have.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Back at Warrior Field, 12 minutes remaining in this Big Dakota Clash. I can still say Big Dakota, even though it's not
Heck yeah.
Football conference anymore, with a lot of those teams now in the All-Nation. Cheyenne Eagle Butte, Todd County. Used to be Mobridge, Chamberlain, Winter, Cheyenne Eagle Butte, Todd County. All in the Big Dakota Conference. It was a nasty conference back in the day. These two teams still rivals, and you mentioned it. That last 19 times they've played, Winter 18-1.
This is Rose bouncing away from the would-be tackler in the backfield, and Anderson knows he had one there. He just let it slip away. Turns it into a big play, 1st down and more to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, he's mad at himself. All those nice hits, and then you're out there isolated in space, and whiff. What are they going to remember? Oh, I missed the tackle. My head was down. I got to stick my shoulder in there. Quincy Phillips going to end up running him down on the edge.
But credit Rose, for slipping that and turning it into something big.
Yeah, Rose, I remember him as a sophomore. Young man is an incredibly strong, just thick, strong athlete.
And Brennan on the carry for the Cubs this time. Minimal gain, about 2 to the 25-yard line. And Cub a little slow to get up. I'm not sure. It's
either Knipling or
Gerard, maybe. 75, Cooper Gerard, senior lineman at 6'5", 280.
Yeah, they're not small, are they? Kids and bodies are not getting up off that turf as quick as they did in the first half.
No, I think they're getting tired of fighting up there. Yeah, a little cut back that time by Rose around the right end. Not going to get much, however. Maybe a short yard, that's about it.
Real good flow from the linebackers there. Jed Blair over there on the left end doing a nice job stringing it out. The linebackers playing behind Hudson Peters, Seth Heath right now, and Reich and Oral. There was Reich and Oral flowing along that line of scrimmage, getting in there. One of the first contacts. Don't know if he actually got the tackle, but that's what you want. Linebackers who flow in space. Warriors are doing that nicely. Tonight is the defensive line, as they've eaten up space. Eaten up.
And Rose can end up with it after some misdirection.
Well, they will not punt in this fourth down situation.
No, barring, a couple consecutive 15-yard penalties or something. I don't see the likelihood of them putting a punt on this one. You're right.
They got to get it down close to the 16, 17, maybe the 16. It looks like the 17-yard line to pick up the first down. This is one of those key moments in the game for Chicago.
The Cubs.
The Cubs. I'm thinking of the Bears. The Cubs. They're going to get back into this big play in this game.
And kneeling out of the gun. Rare look from the Cubs. Drops back, fires incomplete, nearly intercepted. Trying to hit Chase Knipling, his junior wideout. Can't come up with the catch. And so winner holds.
It was a really nice route. Knipling, the split out, clear to the left. He's going to recognize zone there, and he's going to sit down past the marker and just sit there in the zone. Heard footsteps maybe, I don't know. That's one he's going to want back.
Yeah, I've seen him practicing those in warm-ups, just kind of a 10-yard. And it was there for him, but winner takes over. In a scoreless third quarter, the Cubs were definitely starting to feel that they still had plenty of hope left. And they turn it over on downs.
Winner runs toss pitch there, motion from the right wing back. I think it was Camden Anderson. That the right side of that defensive line for the Cubs with really good penetration. Just nowhere to go for Camden.
Blair comes in, Jorgensen comes out. Second and almost 11. And Carter McKenzie will help the down and distance out a bit from a second and 11 to about a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, big play there. Carter picking up a lot of those lost yards plus some to give the Warriors a chance here.
From the 27. Heath goes in motion and a flag flies.
That's why I can't find the flags tonight. I saw that one. They're pink. I was looking for the yellow flags tonight, and I heard it earlier, but
they are a little bit tougher to see.
I know. Everybody giving me grief here. I know. This one's going to hurt.
Yeah. From a 3rd and 5 to a 3rd and 10.
We saw it hurt him before.
Already backed up, where you don't want to be.
All that crisp execution that we had in the first quarter and into the second quarter.
Kind of went away.
Yeah, it's evaporated. You don't like to see this. There's a little more urgency out of Chamberlain, but you want to go out and execute and just do what you have to do. Oh,
Oral trying for everything, not going to get much. Gets a couple yards. And the punt unit comes out for winner.
Well, if you're the Warriors, you got to expect Chamberlain to bring the house here on this 4th down. They got nothing to lose at this point. It's becoming.
Yeah, a block would be big.
We've seen Jackson Day tie his shoes on one of the snaps, as you had said.
He had to reach, pick it up.
I think, if I remember correctly, Riken Oral was the long snapper.
He is, or was, yes. That punt is away again, going to hit the turf and take a favorable winner bounce inside the 35 down to the 33 where it comes to a rest. So
43-yard punt.
Day helping him out. He's had a couple 40-plus yard punts tonight with the favorable bounce. So as you mentioned, yeah, the time definitely not helping the Cubs situation out here, trailing by those 3 scores. Credit their defense. They've stopped Winter so far in the second half. Winter hasn't even been a threat to score, so the Cubs have definitely come alive there. Not sure what it would have changed, as much with Winter, but
I will tell you.
Okay.
Back in the day, I used to not like big leads as a running back as a sophomore or junior because I was always worried the linemen were going to get comfortable and wouldn't mind, maybe I'll take it easy this game. When they took it easy, it got me killed. Maybe getting a little comfortable out there with that 24-0 lead. There was no comfort coming into this game at all. I used to let them know that too.
Yeah.
Block that.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Nealon, incomplete pass. Knipling just with another drop. Hit the hands. He knows it. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, his hands immediately go up to his helmet. He's doing a nice job catching his helmet after that.
Out of the T formation, that time hitting hard. Austin Rose. Momentum had at least a couple, maybe 3 before he was pushed back. Give him 2.
Yeah, left side there. Mason Curtis plugging things up in the middle, and got Oral and Heath. Once he plugs it up, fill in quickly. Warriors defense got to be happy with their performance, though, tonight. 69 yards given up in the first half is all.
And a straight drop, in trouble. Benedict got to him, pressure. Made a short throw, didn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage even.
He's got to be happy he had no mustard on that one because Camden Anderson was licking his chops. If there was any mustard behind that one, he was going to pick it off and take that to the house.
Tristan Johnson, number 24, the senior special teams man, kicking and punting tonight for the Cubs. Stands at his own 20-yard line. Lone punt returner, Olson. This one didn't have as much of a choice.
No.
Wisely let it skip past him as Cubs were bringing it on the coverage. And it'll roll to a stop at the 27-yard line where Winter will have it, looking to just try to eat clock and get it closer to the end of this one.
Yeah, half this fourth quarter gone, 38-yard punt. You flip the field. Now you're going to count it. You're going to see this Chamberlain Cubs defense start to sell out.
Forced and recovered 2 fumbles.
Yes, and they're going to put even more pressure on the Warriors here.
Yep, it's time for the big risk type play here from the Cubs, trying to create something big here. Oral moving ahead on a nice first down gain out to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that play call itself fooled the Cubs defense, looking for Seth Heath to take that as he went in motion. Fullback dive there really, really fooled the end as he got upfield and runs right by Oral. Second and 4 on schedule. Do you take the play action, throw it deep? I would, but
And again, more fullback from the Warriors.
Remember last year we saw them run the fullback 8 consecutive plays, I think 7, 8 down in Elk Point. Remember that?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I didn't pick it out of my memories, but you mention it. Yeah, and it'd be
if it works.
Yeah, if you're going to get 4, 5, 6 yards at a carry, you do it till they stop you. That's kind of the old adage.
Yeah, it's a good point.
3rd and 1. Heath goes in motion this time. Again, fullback. Nobody thought a third time. And Oral on a nice gain all the way out to the 46-yard line.
This just goes to show that this time delay between the broadcast, I know they're over there listening to us because they want to know what Winter's going to do. They didn't hear us say Winter will run it 7, 8 times with the fullback in a row. This is 3. Let's see if they do a 4th. You said.
Fool me once, fool me twice. I don't know, about 3 times.
Do it until you stop us. You said it.
Yeah. 1st and 10 from the 46 of Winter. Phillips going to slow things down. Now they'll send him in motion, and once again, fullback.
Am I prophetic?
He's got 5 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 5 into Cubs, the Cubs side of the field at the 49. But, yeah, again, they're going to take that.
You picked up 5 yards. Are you going to run it again with the fullback dive? Absolutely. and good. The wingback, Zach Olson, in motion, sells the pitch.
I feel a change coming here, though.
No,
the Cubs have to be over, like they're going to be cheating so bad looking for Oral to get this ball. You hit him with something different. No, they don't. They will not do it. They will not, because he's going to get 7 yards on 2nd and 5 and pick up another 1st down.
Is that 5? 5 plays in a row?
Yes, 5 in a row.
Okay, last year was what, 7 or 8? Are we going to see a new record? Going to be a timeout on the field by, I think, the Cubs. We're going to take it with them and the Warriors. We'll be back in 30.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step for better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Back at Warrior Field, all kinds of discussions in the press box tonight about playoff possibilities. Mobridge trailed by 12, now lead by 2 in that huge matchup between those two teams receiving votes. Mobridge, Pollock, and Dual. Sioux Valley now trailing in that matchup with Elk Point Jefferson. Oh, a fullback dive. Can you imagine that? And a fumble? No.
I was going to say, not a fumble, but a much better response that time by the Chamberlain Cubs coming out of the timeout, you would hope. And they're going to pick up 2 to the 40-yard line. That's it, though. I feel like they could break away from that at this point.
Elk Point
I felt that before, but
Elk Point Jefferson leading 27-6. MVP still leading Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central 30-0. That game being played in Wessington Springs. That's a shock.
And that's the advantage of scoring that much in the first half, or having that kind of a one-sided score. Nobody scores in the third quarter. You're like, that's fine. We still lead at 30-0.
7 straight fullback runs. I was prophetic. Woo! They're in my head or I'm in theirs. I don't know which it is. Scary thought, no matter what.
Well, a different level of statement can be made when you refuse to, call anything different but the same exact number for that many plays in a row, and you're able to continue your drive on that. Now, when you're facing, for the first time here, a 3rd and 5, but let's see.
The string is broken.
Yep, going to be Olson, and a flag does come out right at the end of the play. I didn't see anything with the tackle. I don't know if we're going to get a...
This one's not going to be of the 5-yard variety no matter what. It's going to be 10.
Must have been a holding maybe.
Still haven't seen the white hat making the call over there. They're marking it off, though. It looks to be a 10-yard, as you said, a holding at the 36-yard line. That'll move it back to the Warriors' 46.
There, we'll finally see it.
That'll make it 3rd and 14.
Timeout, Chamberlain.
Minute 47 left to go in this one. We're going to take one more break. It's going to be a 30-second break, and we'll be back for the final push to the final whistle.
Honesty. We try to be honest about everything, and if there's a problem, we try to fix it. We've kept the family name going for 75 years. I think that's something to be very proud of. I'm Mike Wieman from Wieman Land and Auction out of Marion, South Dakota. And my middle name is Earl. I'm named after my grandfather. And being an auctioneer isn't all about how fast you are or how good your chant is. It's how the people appreciate your name and accept your name. He told me that once. So that's a one that I hold pretty close. He'd be proud, I think.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Minute 47 to go in the fourth quarter of this clash between 4-4 Chamberlain and Winter. Winter got out early, 16-0 in that first quarter. 24-0 going into half, and it's been a scoreless second half, but Warriors have essentially dominated on offense. They've controlled the ball here in the second half.
Chamberlain takes a timeout, but Winter's the last to take their spots offensively. And we've seen this play before, and it's going to go. Olson going to go all the way, but flags are going to bring it back, though.
But it's going to be a first down. The first flag is going to be thrown at the 18-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 28. Great play call, great run by Zach Olson. In the past, it had been Camden Anderson out there in space, or Seth Heath. Why not give Z a chance?
Yeah, and Olson had no problem running away from everybody. As the pink laundry comes out.
Oh, that's not good, though, when you see a player down. You don't want to see that.
No, especially not if it had anything to do with the penalty. Officials still huddled up.
Warriors will get the ball. It will be a first down on the catch and run. Even with the 10-yard mark off, it'll put it at the 28-yard line, which is enough. They needed to gain the line to gain was the 32. Can't see who they're walking.
I think it was Cruz Brennan, number 7. Yep.
Oftentimes in those cases, when you got a player in space, there's crackback blocks. Oftentimes you're going to see somebody get the wind knocked out of them because they do not see it coming. And it may be a crackback. See if I'm right in this assessment, though.
Coach Olson.
It's going to be a personal foul, which still is a first down. But then they'll march it back. The 15 might put it back to a 3rd and 2.
Officials still huddled up. They did give indication of the penalty to Coach Olson, but taking a while to sort it all out.
The white hat's the one that'll make the call. He's out there. Do we have a close-up on those officials from the
He's pointing that it's
the PTZ?
They're offsetting penalties? I can't tell. He's hand gesturing a lot. He pointed to Chamberlain, then he had both arms out as if there was like offsetting penalties. Maybe that's why the long discussion.
Yeah, there was a helmet-to-helmet, something there offset. So you're going to come back and replay the down. And instead of a first down, it will be 3rd and 14 again from the 46.
Well, they've got to mark the balls back on the 48.
These are all post-possession.
They're going to lose yardage after the penalty. So it must have been two of them maybe on, I don't know. I'm hard to guess from up here.
And that's why you don't throw the ball. Run the fullback, folks. Run the fullback. Or do you run the same play? Or the fullback. Yeah, fullback. Chamberlain waiting for the fullback.
We're going to come back conservatively.
My guess they will...
gains a yard on that one. It'll be 4th and 15 for the Warriors.
That was Blotsky and his quarterback, by the way. Hudson Peters with the carry.
Good pickup. Not notice the personnel when we were waiting so long for the penalty. They come out with a brand new look. Jackson Day will be your punter. No pressure at all. Wait a minute. He's going to take off and run with it. And he's going to get a first down. Oh, what a collision out of bounds. Austin Rose and Jackson Day picks up the first down on the fake.
Did you switch or just stay with it, Levi? That's my man,
But
producer, Levi.
Jody, I got to ask you, I mean, is that something that Jackson literally just come up with on his own?
No.
Or was that, but is that the scenario, like, okay, if they're not bringing pressure, then I want you to run with it. How do you know that you're not going to have the pressure?
There have been a couple times this year that Winter had an opportunity to go ahead and do that, but he punted it away without taking a look at the rush. This time, Jackson Day is showing he should be the next fullback next year.
I thought he brought the hit. I think Rose brought the hit to him, but either way,
he got the first down.
And they'll line up for the best formation in football. They're going to line up
victory formation. Well, with this one in the books, let's start taking a look around the state.
15 seconds left, and Chamberlain's headed to the sidelines. Realizing Winter's not going to take another snap, but kind of a curiosity why you would take off already. I mean, if Winter wanted to, but.
Hey, we're going to be back in 1 minute. We're going to have post-game statistics, our final thoughts on this game, the regular season. We have no idea right now with the way the scores are rolling out where we're going to be next week. You'll have to wait and see, but we'll be back in a minute. Here's a word from a couple of our sponsors as we give you post-game statistics on our return.
Check out Iverson Auto in Mitchell or Huron for great deals and top-notch service. Iverson Auto has it all. From the knowledgeable sales and finance teams to the experienced parts and service teams, plus the best detail shop in the region. Iverson Auto, 77-plus years in our community, locally owned and operated. We have always been here and always will be. Stop in for your next new or used ride or use one of our professional services at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron, or browse our inventory online anytime at iversonauto.com.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start-stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
Welcome to Buche Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Buche, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Buche, the president of Buche Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Buche Foods.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace for all your seed and agronomy needs.
Well, welcome back one more time to Warrior Field. This is a celebratory Warrior Field tonight as they finish with a winning record at 5-4 on the season. Big win for the Warriors when it comes. They will propel past Chamberlain in the power points to at least number 11, where they would face the number 6 team on the road next week, possibly getting to number 10 and facing the number 7 team. We'll have to see how things shake out. Either way, 6-11 puts you on that bottom side of the bracket away from EPJ, which is not a bad thing. Taking a look at these final stats from tonight's game. First, collectively game summary for each of the teams. The Warriors with 13 first downs, 41 rushes for 270 yards tonight, 6.5 a clip, a little over 6.5. They had one completion tonight. It was for 43 yards, and it was on the first play of the game, and it kind of shocked everybody and set the tone for this game. Winner was 1 for 3 on the night. One of the downsides to tonight's game, 2 fumbles, both lost, both by Carter McKenzie, running hard, but you want to hold on to the ball. It's going to get colder. It's going to get a little harder to hold on to it over the course of the next 3 weeks. Penalties, Warriors were penalized 5 times for 50 yards. They converted 4 of 11 third down opportunities. On fourth down, they were 1 for 1. They had 2 sacks on the night, Jordan Drummond and Seth Heath with sacks. For Chamberlain, 6 first downs in the game. They were 40 rushes tonight for 107 yards, 2.5 yards per carry. Good job by that defense. They limited Chamberlain to 0 for 4 passing. No turnovers tonight by Chamberlain. They kept it clean. They were only penalized 3 times for 25 yards. Here's how good the Warriors' defense were. Chamberlain was 3 of 14 on third down conversions. On fourth down conversions, they were 1 of 3. Individually, taking a look first at the leaders for Chamberlain tonight running the ball, Cruz Brennan, the workhorse, 21 carries for 76 yards. Really a good night for the young man. Austin Rose had some success, 15 carries, 42 yards. Hunter Frederick, 2 carries for 2 yards. Brody Nealon, 2 carries for -3 yards. Nealon was 0 for 4 on the night, throwing the ball. And defensively for the Cubs, it was Xavier Donovan, 8 tackles for the senior Cub. Also, Austin Rose with 5.5 tackles, Chisholm Blum with 4 tackles, and Henry Swanson, the big DT, with 3 tackles, respectively. Let's get to the Warriors, where it was a fun night. Carter McKenzie, 9 carries, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns. They got the young man in space. He was running hard, even in between the tackles. Riken Oral, 12 carries, 52 yards, 7 straight carries there in the fourth quarter. Pretty nice night for the fullback. Camden Anderson, 4 carries, 23 yards. Zach Olson, 5 carries for 18 yards. Check this out. Jackson Day, 1 carry, 17 yards. The punter to clinch the game with that final first down. Seth Heath, 3 carries, 15 yards. Quincy Phillips, 3 carries, 2 yards, and Hudson Peters, 1 carry for 1 yard. Quincy Phillips was 1 of 3 for 43 yards. It was a completion on the first play of the game out of a trick play formation where Carter McKenzie lined up as quarterback.
Yep, pitched it back to Phillips. Phillips slung it downfield.
Yeah. And taking a look defensively for the Warriors, Seth Heath, 11 tackles. That second half, he absolutely took over. Camden Anderson with 6.5 tackles. Riken Oral with 6 tackles. Then you have just a ton of Warriors with multi-tackle games. Mason Curtis with 3. Hudson Peters, 2.5. Derek Faninga, 2.5. Jackson Day, 2. Just a great job collectively by that Warrior defense. As they know they go on the road. This was their last home performance of the season. Real quick, Carter McKenzie, 1 kickoff return for 24 yards. Jackson Day, you said it, 2 punts, 40.5-yard average for him tonight. So those are the stats of tonight's game. Taking a look at some of the scores around the state before we wrap up here for the final time at Warrior Field. That doesn't happen very often.
Bittersweet win tonight. I mean, yeah, you want to celebrate the win and the good things we saw, but also kind of bummed that you don't even get a first-round playoff game, home game.
Well, Wagner winning 52-0 tonight. Clark Willow Lake defeating Webster 50-0, the 4 and 5 ranked teams in the state. Groton area a 43-0 victory over Baltic. Right now, Flandreau and Beersford tied 14-14, under a minute to go. Flandreau with the ball. Number 2 ranked St. Thomas More 55-0 over the Lee Deadwood Gold Diggers. And down in Elk Point right now, it's Elk Point Jefferson 34, Sioux Valley 12, 7 minutes to go in that one. Parker having an incredible year, looking to go 5-3 on the year, leading Bridgewater Emory Ethan 34-20. The big one right now, Mobridge, who trailed by 12 going into the half, get a touchdown right before the half. They now lead 34-26, 9 minutes left to go. Jump over to that YouTube channel, Mobridge Pollock Tigers broadcasting tonight. The shocker tonight, MVP Titans. They get a victory, close victory, a game winner could have, I'm not going to say should have, but could have won. They go on the road. They lead 30-0 over Woonsocket Wessington Springs Sanborn Central. That's the shocker in 11B tonight.
For sure, but a similar fashion, they had that lead at halftime, and then nothing's happened since then. The 24-0, the 30-0, kind of similar to Winter's game here tonight. It was all first half, and then nothing more after that. But, yeah, it doesn't matter at that point. 30-0 is a heck of a win over a good team on the Bucks.
We really won't take a look at any of the other classes. We'll stick with 11B tonight. It's kind of the theme here. So Wessington Springs tied for number 3 seed, would have been the 4th seed. They will plummet with this loss because that would be a 500 team. That would hurt them power points wise. They could fall all the way to 6 or 7. You could see Winter at Woonsocket Wessington Springs in the first round.
Yeah, as Dual and Sioux Valley 6th and 7th respectively in the seed points, both looking like they're going to lose or have lost tonight. So they'll obviously fall a little ways as well, but it's just a matter of how far.
Mobridge with the lead right now over Dual could climb out of that 8 seed. Parker winning as the 9
Parker and Mount
speed.
Vernon Plankinton taking care of things they could bump up. It's in a mixing bowl right now.
It is. The one thing that we do know is we will be a minimum of the number 11 seed. Nobody will pass us, and we have leapfrog Chamberlain for that 11 spot. That would put you in a matchup right now with Dual, the home of Doug Sherman, going home to battle.
The Redbirds.
The Redbirds.
Winter's seen Dual in the postseason.
We have.
But it's been on Warrior Field, though.
It was. But the history is ours. That's how it's going to work out tonight. If Elk Point wins, they are the number 1 seed. They know that they lock up. St. Thomas More would be the number 2. Clark Willow Lake has won. They will be the number 3 seed. Wagner looking to jump to the number 4 seed.
Yeah, they took care of their game tonight, ended it early.
And does Dual go to 5 and Woonsocket drops into that other bracket? Is there
even with the loss tonight, you think Dual could move up?
No. Yes. Dual lost tonight.
Dual lost tonight.
Oh, Jiminy. That's the mixing bowl. It's going to come down to opponents' power points, how they're going to finish. Like, Winter will be worth more because they're 5-4 to a lot of their opponents. Everybody that's played Winter and beat us, MVP, Elk Point Jefferson, won't help. It will help Woonsocket Wessington Springs Sanborn Central. It'll help MVP. So MVP could roll from 10 all the way up to hosting a first-round playoff game. What could have been? What could have been? Anyhow, we're going to wrap up here tonight from high above Warrior Field. It's been a fun season. It's been a crazy season. if you remember.
The highs and lows for sure.
And I'll tell you the first low, 5 of the first 6 games on the road. I've
Tough.
never, ever seen a schedule lay out like that. Winter takes it on. They come out of that schedule, and they're in good position. They're what, at that point, 3-3? 4-3? No.
No. They had wins on Hot Springs and Groton. And
that's it. 2-4 at one point, right?
Miller High Moore Harrell.
Oh, Miller High Moore Harrell, 3-4.
3-4.
Yep. Or 4-3. Yeah, my math's bad.
I don't know.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
But the one thing that we do know is this game next week, we will be on the road. We will have coverage. It will be a Thursday night game.
Yes.
It could be at Sioux Valley. Well, no, Sioux Valley's losing now too. We were worried. Well, yeah, again, have no idea where we're going to
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, folks.
We'll have it. We'll have it for you.
It'll be out tonight. But at some point, we'll know where we're playing next Thursday. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage the last couple of weeks. Last week, Winter on a 2-game winning streak going into the playoffs. That's huge.
The gold shined a little bit brighter tonight, and it was nice to see. They maybe didn't quite close the game out in that fourth quarter, maybe even late in the third, like you hopefully like to see. But again, just keeping your opponent scoreless and being able to put 24 points up on the board, just good solid play. Some standout athletes out there tonight for Winter that you knew they had it in them. You just didn't see that much of it before tonight, that much of it anyways. Just all good things.
Saw a lot of heart. Think of Parker Mathis hurt that first
drive.
Gutted
senior
it
heart. Senior heart. Yep, a lot of good things to take away from tonight's game.
All right, we're going to wrap things up from Warrior Field. First of all, want to thank the film crew tonight. Gracie Brown. What's that? Your last football game because you're graduating. Langston, bittersweet. Langston Dudd, Weston Foster. Dutter. Levi Heenan on production tonight. Justin Day was on stats, and Gerald, you did a great job on the play-by-play.
Thank you.
Get another one next week. Take the day off on Friday because it might be a long trip home. For the Winter Warriors Live, and the crew, Jody Brozick signing off. One last time from Warrior Field. Good night.